AITAH for divorcing my wife after she refused to help me financially in difficult times. I 30M am divorcing my wife 30F of 4 years because she did not help me financially when I needed it. I work in a very niche industry and last year or so has been really difficult due to market conditions. Many of my colleagues got laid off and so was I. At the time, I had newly refurnished our home so I was in debt. My wife also works but she earned less than me back then. I went to her and asked if she can help me while I search for work. I proposed that we should sell some of the gold that was given to us at the wedding. We live in Turkey and there is a tradition of giving gold to newlyweds to help them financially. These are meant to be used during difficult times. She rejected the idea, and said I do not want to sell my golds. I tried to reason with her by saying closing the debt would greatly help us to have a more stable financials. She refused and told me to sort it out myself somehow. I asked her to at least use some of her savings and I can pay it back. Context here is that I let her save most of her earnings while paying most of the things myself due to women being vulnerable to financial changes more than men here. I wanted her to build her own savings and made sure to help her with the retirement account as well. I asked her to give me some of her savings for debt and I can pay her back once I sort myself out. She refused that, too. This period had been extremely difficult for me. I fell into depression and contemplated my choices in life. Funny thing is everything was going great before this and I thought we would stay together through thick and thin. My older sister helped me to pay the monthly installments during that time, God bless her soul. At the beginning of this year, I found a great job in the same industry and am thrilling right now. I could not look at my wife in the same way after what happened and started divorce talks with a lawyer friend of mine. Last month, I let her know my decision and she was served with divorce papers soon after. For her, apparently it was an unexpected thing and she was shocked. She tried to talk me out of it but I was firm in my decision. Families tend to be involved with each other here and that was the case for us too. She put families in between as meditators but I do not want to be married to someone who'll not help me during difficult times, especially when I was considering their financial well-being. Most of my family supports my decision though they would like me to reconsider it if possible. I know every other thing is without a problem but I cannot get over what happened. AITAH here. First reply. NTA? You don't have a partner, you have a person who's fun to spend time with when things are good but is nowhere to be found when something happens. Second reply. NTA? After marriage, there is only we. We have his income and her income, and we choose to spend them like this. In your case, to build the wife's savings. But when we, that is, the unit that is the family of two, gets a lower income, then we need to decide how we are solving it together. She refused that. So she opted out of belonging to a family unit together with OP. The divorce is a logical conclusion of what she already chose to do. Third reply. NTA? Marriage is through thick and thin. She sounds selfish and doesn't care about you too much. I'd never be able to trust her again to have my back. Fourth reply. My husband moved to a different country with me and worked his ass off at minimum wage jobs for 4 years, so I could get a degree. In return, I worked my ass off at a job that required my shiny new degree in our home country so that he could build up his business. That is what marriage is supposed to be, a partnership. Fifth reply. NTA I'd say. I'm not familiar with the workings and traditions of Turkish marriages, but it seems to me any marriage should be about helping and supporting each other. She failed that. Sixth reply. Just tell her family what happened. She refuses to be family when you need help and only thought of herself. You are not interested in a selfish person for a wife. She doesn't see you as her husband, only an ATM machine. NTA? Seventh reply. NTA at all. You've shown that you care about her expenses and savings, and even offered to pay her back when the situation got better. But no, she continued being selfish. She clearly cannot be trusted to have your back through tough times. It's good that you're divorcing her,